Hi students, welcome to another video of Smartly Learn. In this video, let's find the solution for the questions in exercise 2.3. Let's take the first one. A student has 500 in her savings bank account. She gets 150 rupees every month as a pocket money. How much money will she have at the end of every month from the second month onwards? Find a linear expression to represent the amount she will have in nth month. So she already has 500 rupees in her savings bank account. She gets 150 at the end of the every month. So after the end of first month, she will have 500 plus 150. So which is going to be equal to 650. So the end of first month. Now, after the end of second month, she is going to have another 150. So, from 650, you add another 150. So, she is going to have 800 at the end of second month. Now, if you calculate for the third month, you will have to add another 150 to her account. So, this becomes 950 at the end of third month and so on. So this is how you will see from every month on second month onwards. So end of first month is 650, end of second month is 800, end of third month is 950. If you calculate the end of fourth month, it is 950 plus 150, which is going to be equal to 1100, which is the end of fourth month. Now they are asking find a linear expression to represent the amount she will have in the nth month. See the 150 that you added. Now I'm going to just look at it another way. So if I have a 500 first, at the end of first month I was added 150. So I can look at it as 150 into 1. So this is 500. At the end of second month, I have two 150 that gets added, right? So and I have the month to be 2. So it is 2 into 150 that fetched me the 800. The end of the third month, totally I can calculate this as 150 into, remember this is the third month, so this I can compute and generate it as 950 and so on. So if I have to generalize the whole process for nth month, I can simply write this as 500 plus 150 n. So what happens when I say n is equal to the first month? You will get 1 into 150, this is going to be the 650. End of the second month, it is 2 into 150, you get to have the 800. The end of the third month, it is 3 into 150, you get to have the 950 and so on. So the general term to represent is going to be equal to 150n plus 500. So let's note it for the first sum. So it is going to be 500 plus 150 yen. Now let's take up the second question. A rally starts with 120 members. Each hour, 9 members drop out of the group. How many members will remain after 1, 2, 3 and so on hours? Find a linear expression to represent the number of members at the end of nth hour. See, the rally started with 120 members. After 1 hour, what happens? 9 members drop out. So it is 120 minus 9, which is 111. After the end of the second hour, so this is the end for first hour. After the end of the second hour, it will be 2 more dropouts. So 111 minus 9, which is going to be equal to 102. So this is the dropout, after which you have the count as 102. Now after the third hour, I have to see from 102, 9 people are going to drop out. So which means you get to have 93 people at the end of the third hour and so on. Now they're asking us to find a linear equation to represent this condition for nth hour. Remember, I started with 120. People are dropping out, so I'm going to do a subtraction by numbers of 9. So I'm going to put this 9, and then if you see every hour these numbers are dropping out, so I'm going to put the variable as 9n. Now let's check when n is equal to 1, it is 120 minus 9, the 111. When n is equal to 2, it is 9 into 2, that is 18. So 120 minus 18, the 102. When n is equal to 3, then it is going to be 27. So 120 minus 27 is 93, and so on. So the general condition that you can write for this is going to be equal to 120 minus 9n. Now let's take up the third question. In the third question, suppose the length of a rectangle is equal to 13. So I'm going to write L is equal to 13. Find the area of the rectangle when breadth is 12, 10 and 8. So how do you compute the area? Area is going to be length into, in the first subdivision, the breadth is 12. So we need to compute what is going to be equal to 13 into 12, which is equal to 156 centimeters squared. So this is for the first subdivision. So for the second subdivision, A is going to be equal to 13 into, the breadth is 10. So it is 13 into 10. So 130 centimeters squared. Now for the third case, so they are asking us to calculate area. So area is equal to 13 into, now what is the breadth? This is going to be equal to 8. So now let's compute 13 into 8, which is equal to 104 centimeters squared. We calculated the area. Now they're asking us find the linear pattern representing the area of this triangle. See, you remember in every case, the length was fixed as 13. So you can write the area as area is equal to 13 into, the variable quantity was the breadth, which you can use using a variable. I'm using B just to indicate it is a breadth. So the area of this rectangle A is going to be equal to 13B. So we can write that out. A is equal to 13B. Now let's take up the fourth question. Fourth question, suppose the length of a rectangular box is 7 centimeter. So I'm writing L is equal to 7 centimeter. Its breadth is going to be equal to 11 centimeters. Find the volume of if the height is 5 centimeter. What do you know about the volume? The volume is going to be length into breadth into height. So it is 7 into 11 into, the first case the height is going to be equal to 5. So you need to multiply. 7 into 11 is 77 into 5 is going to be equal to 385. Everything is given in centimeters, so centimeter cube. Now you take the second subdivision. The height is going to be 9. So V is going to be 7 into 11 into 9. So in this case, it is 7 into 11 is 77 into 9, which is going to be equal to 693 centimeter cube. Now in the last case, V is going to be equal to 7 into 11 into, what is the height here? That is going to be equal to 13. So we are multiplying 7 into 11, 77 into 13, which is going to be equal to 1001 centimeter cube. Now they asked you find the linear pattern to find the volume of this rectangular box. So we know volume is going to be length into breadth into height, but in this rectangular box, the length and the breadth are frozen. So all you need to do is multiply 7 into 11, which is 77. The unknown quantity was a height, so I'm going to put this as 77h. So the value for this linear expression V is going to be equal to 77h. Now let's move on to the last question. Sarita is reading a book of 500 pages. She reads 20 pages a day. So per day her reading count is 20. How many pages will be left after 15 days? See, the number of pages to start with is 50. Remember the number of pages she would have finished after 20 days. 15 days will be 20 into 15 because one day she reads 20 pages. So how many pages will she read in 15 days? Means it's 20 into 15, which is equal to 300. So the number of pages that she has yet to complete will be 500 minus 300, which is equal to 200. So the number of pages that she needs to finish after 15 will be 200 pages. Now they ask us to express this as a linear pattern. So remember, she has 500 pages to start with. So 500. Every time she reads, the page count is going to decrease. So I'm going to put a negative sign. The number of pages that she reads a day is 20. Let's put the variable, say d, for the number of days. So then it is going to be equal to minus 20 d. So when I say d is equal to 1, so she would have finished reading 20 pages. So we can subtract 500 minus 20. She has 480 pages left. If I put d is equal to 2, then she would have finished 40 pages. So 500 minus 40 and so on. So the general linear expression for this condition will be 500 minus 20d. In the next video, we will find the solution for questions in set 2.4. See you in the next video. Bye.